That's because there's some here, Blue Peter. Look, there's water, look.
For recognising the Houses of Parliament. From the outside, probably the most well-known building in Britain. The inside will soon be just as familiar, and all will be revealed later. But first, you know all those aluminium cans we want you to collect for the Baby Life appeal? But once you've checked they don't stick to magnets, they've got to be crushed before you take them to Tesco or send them to a free post address. And this is just one way of crushing them.
But we have got loads of cans, so here's another way of crushing them. Yeehaw! Watch out, everybody! I've only just learned how to drive these things. Who knows what can happen? They must be mad letting you loose on one of those. Oh, it's out of control. Oh, I'm all over the place. Well, it's doing the job. Rolling track.
Good.
Thank you.
I always get the good jobs.
Well, of course, not everybody just happens to have a road roller lying around. So if you're crushing cans, try and be careful. And if you're looking out for cans, wear gloves just in case you come across any which have sharp edges.
That should add a bit to the totaliser. In fact, it is good news because we've reached the first stage, 500,000 cans collected, which is not bad for a week and a half. The actual figure is 600,799,000. But please keep sending us cans. As you can see, we've still got quite a long way to go.
And there's more good news about Tesco stores which are acting as collection points. From today, another 102 Tesco stores are helping the Baby Life appeal. So thank you very much to them. But if you're sending your cans to us by free post, then the address will be coming up soon.
Don't forget why we want those aluminium cans. To provide new equipment for 16 special care baby units around the country, like the one at St James's Hospital in Leeds. The equipment in the unit there saved Carol Worthington's baby, Anthony, who had difficulty breathing just after he was born.
Well, he was in intensive care for nearly on 3 weeks, and then he moved on, but it was still touch and go.
So you had all that equipment around him for that period of time. What was it like for you seeing him surrounded by all these tubes and wires and...
Frightening.
Can you remember what it actually felt like when you seen him for the first time?
Terrified. Absolutely terrified. I didn't know whether we were going to make it or not. But we did, so...
Every day got stronger?
We did, yeah.
What was the first sign he was pulling through for you?
When he come off his ventilation. That was the most important thing. He could breathe on his own.
Do you think he would have survived if the machinery had not been here at the unit?
Nope. Not at all. I don't think he would have.
So he's a real fighting character now.
Yes. Isn't he? We don't.
Not all stories end as happily as Anthony's. Jill and Mike live in Bridlington. When Jill gave birth to twins 3 months too early, they had to be taken 60 miles to Leeds to get the intensive care they needed. Jamie survived, and he's now 5 months old and right as rain. But his twin brother Thomas died a few hours after he was born.
I mean, we knew that Thomas was very poorly indeed. And as the night wore on, he was getting worse. Even I, as a layperson, could see from the monitors, from the readings, that he was getting worse. And then just at around 11 o'clock in the evening, they asked me if we would like Thomas baptised, which we'd agreed beforehand to say that we would. And he was baptised. And again, then we were told, look, he's very poorly indeed. We're not sure how long he's going to live. Eventually, I was sent off to bed. I slept on the ward, And they woke me to tell me that he was dying. And I went in to see him and was told a couple of minutes later that he had in fact died.
The staff realised that I hadn't seen or held Thomas properly and asked me, would I like to? Did I think it would help? I didn't have to if I didn't want to. And I thought that it was something that I couldn't say no to because it was something I might always regret. And so I said, yes, I would like to see him. And I felt very happy just to have held the little boy that I didn't really have a chance to see properly, get to know properly, or even say goodbye to properly.
Because it's very important that Thomas was not just a baby, he was our first son who lived, however briefly, but he was our first son. And he was baptised, he was buried, he has a little grave in Bridlington. And that's very important to us, that he was a real person, however small. We've sort of seen the worst and the best of what could happen. The death of a baby is always very sad, and the survival of a baby is wonderful. And this is thanks to the equipment and the care that was given to our babies.
Well, that film tells you exactly why we want 10 million aluminium cans, so please get collecting now.
Don't forget to take your cans to Tesco, or if you live in Northern Ireland, to Stewart's or Crazy Prices.
Or you can post them and flattened into a parcel box, no bigger than a shoebox, to Blue Peter, Baby Life Appeal, Free Post, Swansea, SA881BP. That's Blue Peter, Baby Life Appeal, Free Post, Swansea, SA881BP.
So keep collecting. From tomorrow, you're going to find a new kind of television programme popping up. You might also see...
And what did I see?